All right, here's a new Mandela effect video on Donald Duck, and I'm just seeing a number of profound changes going on with his outfit, and to the point where it's just turning into a Frankenstein mashup of different Mandela effects on top of each other with this character. As you can see with these pictures, there's a variety of different outfits that he's worn over the years, different looks, and for me, none of these look familiar. I don't know about you. What looks familiar, what looks right, what looks very out of place. You'll have to examine all these different renditions of Donald over the years and let me know what you think, because this is getting nuts in my opinion. So here's a lighter colored outfit, which apparently, he's worn a lot of different outfits over the years. I remember a classic iconic style for this character that I thought that he wore most of the time, but apparently that's not the case in this reality. But what do you see changing here? Well, most profoundly, you can notice this black bow tie. That is just crazy. That's the most recent thing I've noticed that has just jumped out at me lately, since the beginning of the year. And I've been scrutinizing Donald Duck's outfit for a while now, and he did not have a black tie, a black bow tie at all. So here they're listing dates, from 1934 to 1999, and they show here that the black bow tie appears in 1983, but that's actually incorrect. There's no animated rendition of Donald Duck with a red bow tie until 1999. But here's the thing, that's not even what I remember. It wasn't a bow tie for me, it was a sailor scarf. That's what he wore. So let's also examine the buttons on his shirt. I remember him having 4 buttons. Well, apparently he's lost those buttons in 1946. That's actually incorrect. He only lost 2 buttons. And then he lost all of his buttons. So you can see different animations of him with different numbers of buttons, different colors hats. Here he starts off with a white hat, and then he has a blue hat, and kind of goes back and forth. And the other thing is, people are pointing out his eyes. I mean, I would say he had white eyes, but apparently they're a shade of blue, and they get even more blue. Like newer ones, they're very blue, which that's quite unfamiliar to me. I do not remember Donald Duck having blue eyes. So this gets pretty crazy. The first Mandela effect I saw pointed out about Donald Duck was what was he wearing around his neck, and I always remember it being a sailor scarf. I thought it was red. Some people say they remember a light shade of blue or even white. I know it was a scarf, not a bow tie for sure, and it was definitely not black. And in these 2 photos, he's got no buttons, which that's crazy. He had buttons on his shirt, and also they are correctly showing him wearing yellow stripes on his outfit. I remember that. Apparently, he's rarely depicted in the animated series with yellow stripes until newer versions of the show. And the other thing for me is this black ribbon on his hat. I just don't remember it being black. And I found some evidence that other people might remember another color, but yeah, take a look at these. Here's Peter Griffin, Family Guy, wearing his Donald Duck outfit. And he remembers a sailor scarf, apparently, and some kind of lighter colored ribbon on his hat. So that's interesting. And this individual's Halloween outfit, wearing a sailor scarf. That's what I remember, something like that. Here's some Halloween outfits that have a more dangly, ribbon, bow tie, or whatever. A little more dangly. I mean, I just remember something draping down from his neck, not just a little bow tie. Maybe it was something more like that, but I would say the consensus is that it was a sailor scarf. So anyway, that's his classic look from the 40s. Most of the episodes I think I remember seeing were some of these really old ones in the 40s and 50s. And he's had this black bow tie. Here he is in 1988, so this look continues. He doesn't have a red bow tie until a much later time period. This is actually correct. This was Who Framed Roger Rabbit, his cameo appearance there. There he has 4 buttons, but in many of these, between like 1946 and this time period, he had no buttons. So here they have him in 1995. He's got a black bow tie. He appeared in DuckTales, and he had a black sailor scarf in that series.
Though in 2018's Legend of the Three Caballeros series, Donald's blue suit makes its comeback, complete with classic black tie and buttons. Just as with Mickey, Donald has come full circle, and as with everything, what's old is... In Mickey Mouse Works, debuting in 1999, Donald would once again appear in his sailor uniform, with one small change. After so many years, he finally appeared with his red bow tie on the screen, a design element which, once again, had been utilised in comics and marketing materials since the 1930s. The red but more style would also influence Donald's late...
Alright, so I'm not sure if you caught that. In 1999 is when he was first animated with a red bow tie. But he was in comics and promotional materials, he had the bow tie, the red bow tie, but in all the animated cartoons that I remember growing up and watching most often, that's my frame of reference for Donald Duck, is those old classic cartoons. Well, in those cartoons, it's been a black bow tie. And this is crazy. Well, people are getting tattoos of Donald Duck, and if they watch those cartoons, like I remember, they should be putting black bow ties on their cartoons. Or black sailor scarves, whatever they remember. There should be some tattoos of black, but there's none. Apparently none of these people remember Donald Duck having any kind of a black bow tie around his neck. And just in the comics too, there's no black in any of the books, comics, promotional materials. Why? Disneyland characters, red bow ties, even though the cartoon has a black bow tie. Oh, there he's got 4 buttons, like I remember. This one, he's got no buttons. So what's the consensus? What's his outfit look like? Here's a promotional poster, like the original promotional poster for Donald Duck. This looks close to what I think he should look like, except he should have a sailor scarf. And there's a red bow tie, 4 buttons, yellow pinstriping on his sailor suit instead of white, and yeah, a blue hat, even though it seems like the older ones he has a white hat. Here's the toys. Red bow ties, 4 buttons, blue hat, no buttons, white stripes. That's not right to me. Here's yellow stripes, 4 buttons. That looks pretty good. Just need to make that bow tie a red sailor scarf, and it would be right, in my opinion. So I don't know. What do you guys remember on this? What's the classic outfit of Donald Duck? Did he have a black bow tie as the main one? I don't seem to recall anyone remembering a black bow tie. I did see Moneybag73 mention the black bow tie. He just said it was, oh, older ones had a black bow tie, but he didn't really address that in and of itself as being a Mandela effect, which is what I'm talking about here, because this is crazy. Here's one book, an old Disney book in German, where he does have a black bow tie, but that's about it. That's all I could find. No tattoos, no toys, no other comic books where he has a black bow tie. And here's a tattoo where someone put either, I'm not sure if it's gold or red, but not black, on his ribbon on his hat. And that's what I say I would remember. I just don't remember. And even the stripe around his hat, they made it white, which is black. There's just way too much black on him now. It's not right to me. The black ribbon and the black bow tie. So, yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about this.